It's Megumin time. Hell yeah. Been waiting forever for this figure to try and find it at a decent price, because everyone online is bloody charging like $200 for her. And I really, really wanted her because I love KonoSuba and I love Megumin, but it was hard to find her. Eventually I caved in and I paid like $70, which isn't too bad compared to the $200 that everyone else was asking for. But I definitely think she is worth it. And then we've also got the other two KonoSuba girls coming up in the next 2 days as well. But first we gotta start with Best Girl Megumin, of course. Alright, let's crack her open. See what we're dealing with here. The Crimson Demon herself. We also got... let's fold that. Usual thing telling us we've got something at the back. See if we can't pull that out. Is it a slide out one? It's taped down. Okay, I'll get to that later. Alright. We got our instructions. Let's see what's in here. The magic circle thing for her. Casting right over there. Let's gently pull this out so not to rip everything. Also, this figure was new, which is a nice change of pace. Not dealing with any scuff marks or anything on the box. Not that there ever really is with Ami. They're always pretty good about taking care of things. I've only had like a couple of minor dents and stuff. Let's get the tape off this. Yeah, we'll keep that one on. There we go. The magic of explosions. The best magic, obviously. Strongest, as we all know. Here are the instructions and parts. Actually, we have English. That's nice. Let's show off this side instead. So we got all the parts, her eye stuff, the base for the magic thing. And it looks like you can change out the little ball on the wand. Hair parts, eye thing. Yeah, that seems to be about pretty straightforward. Alright, do we have tape on this? No, we don't. Thankfully, it's not like Yamada and is covered in many bits of tape that I need to carefully take off. We got a middle bit. And also, we're not dealing with those annoying wire tie things. Let's move you here. Also, this box is bigger than like all the other Nendoroid boxes by like that much. And it's going to completely throw off my shelving. Because I display the boxes as well. But I'll figure that out later. Alright. Let's grab her out of here. Get all this plastic out. Oh man, Megumin's just got best design. Plastic. Let's fix your belt. And there she is. I guess you can take the belt off. Where should the belt be? It seems to be in the middle at an angle. Never really paid much attention to her belt. Anyway. Here she is. Crimson Demon, Megumin. Heck yeah. Such good eyes. I like the hair as well. Like, I'm not a fan of short hair, but short hair with this thing, the little like bang sort of things, it just works. Alright, let's put her back in here and check out the rest of the stuff. Here we have her hat. I feel like this hat's gotta have some kind of a name. It can't just be like wizard hat. I think this... Does it just sit on top of her head by the looks of it? Yeah. Let it just sit on her head, I guess. Alright. Put you back. Got base for the figure, base for the magic circle. Connecting bits, an extra neck joint. Then we have her shouting pose, well, shouting face rather. And then her embarrassed pose, kind of crying pose, I guess you'd call it for. It does kind of pair up with Kazuma, this one. And you can have it look like he's just used steel on, you know what. If you watch the anime, if you haven't watched the anime, what are you doing here, first of all? Second of all, go watch the anime. Then we have the cape. Nothing too fancy. Up next, her wand. Does she need it? Or her staff even? From the looks of it, no. If you guys are watching Isekai Quartet, that's basically KonoSuba Season 3, which is great. While we wait. It seems like she doesn't need any of this stuff. She's just doing it to look cool, which, I mean, it's a very Megumin thing to do. I wish we had like a smug Megumin face. That'd be like perfect. Alright, and then we have a purple ball for the wand, a couple of different arm poses, her eye patch, and then the red little streak. So you can put that on her eye and eye patch to kind of like replicate the stuff going on in the anime. You know, when she's about to do her chant and she's like, Waga no wa Megumi, that stuff. I'm not going to do it too much because I'll sound too lame and too much of a nerd. Anyway, let's move on to the pose. Yeah, let's do it. And here we have our first pose. I don't even know if you could call it that. It's just her straight after she's used her explosion magic and she's done for the day. She is out of commission. Kazuma's going to have to carry her home because she's done her best and used her explosion at full force as always, draining all her magic and stamina. It's really dumb, this pose, but hey, I dig it. It works perfectly. You didn't need to include any extra parts for this. You just drop her face down, put her accessories on, and you're good to go. Anyway, let's get on to some real poses, shall we? Alright, so our first pose here is just Megumin looking cute because she wants to hold your hand, as if it's because Kazuma's just stolen her underwear. And if I had Kazuma, I'd pair them up and show it off. But Kazuma is also bloody expensive, so here's just Megumin by herself. It's a really cute expression though, and I quite like how the belt over there is, if you angle it, it kind of looks like she's pulling the belt down, you know, to keep everything concealed, shall we say. But it's quite a nice pose. Got her legs together, kind of showing off that shyness, which again is it's a very Megumin thing. She tries to act cool, but she's also like girly at sometimes and very cute. She is top tier waifu material. Definitely protect. Don't mess with her. I love how Kazuma's like a terrible person. Like, no one in real life would get away with the stuff Kazuma gets, but he completely embraces it. It's so ridiculous. But here's this pose. If I ever end up getting Kazuma, I'll probably show him off with the pose he does for this scene to play out. But for now, here is Megumin. Anyway, let's go on to pose number 2. Well, 3 if you count fallen Megumin. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, so here we've got her holding her staff. She's got her eye patch on and her light glint eye thingy mabob going on that she does whenever she's trying to act cool, which works. Definitely. She definitely looks cool to me. And she's got the whole kind of keep flowing in the wind vibe as well. Oh, hold on. There we go. I can sort of get it to glint. That's kind of neat. I guess this is about when she's gonna shout either an incantation or she's about to say something to try and look cool. And it's definitely something I like. Alright, yeah, for this we absolutely have to change angles because she does not really have much to look at from the top view, unless you want to see the hat only. So yeah, got the staff going on. Hopefully that doesn't hit the box. Yeah, just about makes it. I also recently watched the KonoSuba movie. Maybe last month, I think it came to theaters. It was a lot of fun. It kind of showed off Megumin's hometown. Got a lot more development for her in Union. Let's see if I can move the hat a bit up. Yeah, that looks a bit better. And it turns out like her whole village is full of like edgy kind of weirdos, which explains where she came from. And they all announce themselves as Waga and then whatever their name is. I think it's cool. I think it's really funny. Kind of just, it's like a gag now. And her whole family's like super poor, and so they were trying to get her to marry Kazuma and all of that. It was ridiculous. It was just a real fun movie. Absolutely go watch it if you can. It's good in theaters. If not, just wait until it's up online somewhere and you can stream it. But yeah, let's move on to the next. Oh wait, actually, yeah, one more thing. So this was supposed to go with, it's supposed to be used with the default pose, the just regular smiling face. But let's face it, Megumin's loud. She's never quiet. She's never not talking. She's always making some kind of dumb noise or saying something silly about how cool she is and trying to act cool. So I decided I'll go with this one instead. I think it looks way better. Also, like I tried out different poses for the staff. It can sort of work if you have the staff going this way instead. But I think this one's fine. So this should do the job. I might keep her in this pose, but we'll see how the others look as we go on. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Alright, and now last off we have her explosion pose. She's just kind of got her wand and it's changed to the purple orb. And then we've got the cutout for the explosion effect on its stand over there. And she's kind of posing, doing her enchant, and kind of got her arm forward as well. I'm going to move some of this so I can show you some of the other details. So, if we zoom in here, don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up, but there's like a little star thing for the explosion effect. Sort of see it jumping about. Kind of looks like Saint's Quartz, honestly, like a used up, washed out Saint's Quartz. Which is really, it's kind of neat, a nice little extra touch that they didn't need to add, but they did. And really, it's a nice pose, but I think this thing here takes up a bit too much space and kind of blocks her off unless you're looking forward and she's kind of looking that way, which I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. So I think I'm going to just use the last pose. But overall, I'm super impressed with this figure. It's definitely worth the money. I'm so glad I managed to find it at a reasonable price. So if you want it, definitely grab it. Have a shop around and see wherever's got the cheapest one and grab that instead, rather than paying off crazy dudes on eBay for $200. Anyway, so I forgot to show this off as well, but so the eye patch here, so it's got a little joint. Hopefully I can get it to focus. Come on, camera. There we go. So it's got a little joint there, and that kind of just plugs into the side of the hair over there. So you pull the hair plate off, push it in that way, push the faceplate back on, and then that's the same thing with her like eye gleam thing. That's got one. Let's try to get it to focus. Come on. So that's got one there. You plug it in like so, push it in that way, and then push the faceplate on, and then you're good to go. But yeah, that's about it for this figure. I'm really happy with it. Definitely going to use the last pose where she's kind of, it looks like she's saying her name, like Waga Megumin, which is just like probably like one of the coolest lines ever, to be honest, even though it's supposed to be like a meme thing. But yeah, so I'll use that pose for sure. Next up, for the next video, we've got Aqua, and then after that, Darkness. Hopefully I can get my hands on some more KonoSuba characters and I can unbox the rest of them. Make a nice little display for, I think there's 6 of them. There's there's this, there's Aqua, there's Darkness, there's Kazuma, there's Union, and then there's a second Megumin in her school outfit. I really like the pose where she's just holding 2 lobsters. I really want to get one of those. School outfit was in the movie, but I think there's a spin-off or something like that, a spin-off manga or a light novel or something that focuses on Megumin that it's supposed to be from, but hopefully I can find that at a reasonable price. If not, I'll wait around and see what happens down the line and pick her up eventually. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff that's gonna help us out. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.